Hello Primary 3, 4 and 5. What I've got here is our kind of template that we're going to cut out in a moment, and you should also have some pens, coloured pens if you've got them. Pencils are fine too, crayons are fine too, and I've got a pencil, and I've also got, if you've got any big sheets of paper or old pieces of wallpaper or anything, you could use that, but I didn't. So I've got some paper that I've just got 3 sheets that I've joined together with sellotape. But I could do more than 3, I could do 2, I could make it into 6, whatever you want. Okay, you can always add to it later if you decide to do a bit more. So I'm going to put that to the side just for now. And first thing to do is to cut out this. So you might want to pause the video and make sure that your template's all cut out. Okay. So here's my one here, cut out. So you've got the arm parts. And you notice these black dots. If you've got these pins that you can press through and split at the back, you could use them. I don't have any, but if you do have some, you can use them. But if not, it doesn't matter. But where the black dot is, so rather than joining them together like that, you want the dots to be on top of each other. That will give you a better shape. And you can see that these little bits on the end of these shapes are for the hands. Okay, so I've got these bits for the legs. So you can use these to pose in any way you want to make it look like a Keith Haring style figure. So you could have it kind of straight down like that, just sort of standing, or you could make it look like it's, here's we're dancing in there, so you might want to do one that's jumping or dancing, but you're going to try and do figures in lots and lots of different poses. Okay, so we're going to be playing around with this today and seeing if you can build up a sort of picture using as many different poses as you want to, and you can fit them in different ways as well. I'm going to use a different colour, I think, for each of my figures, but you could just use one colour if you wanted to as well. That could look quite good. And we're going to be also thinking about putting in some of the action lines as well. So I've got some paper here. This is my paper that I've just sellotaped together. I'll show you that on the back. So I'm going to make a start with this. So I'm going to move my figure out the way for a moment. And your figures could be doing absolutely anything. They could be lying down, they could be in a corner, they could be, I don't know, up to you. Just try and keep them inside the paper. Let's have a go with my first figure. And you can think about what you want your one to be doing. This one might look like it's sort of pushing against the side of the paper there. I'm going to do this leg first to make sure I can fit it in. If you have got these split pins, it does make the job a lot easier, but it's okay if you haven't got them as well. And I want to make that look like it's moving a bit more. It just looks like it's standing a bit still there. Okay, I'm going to put that arm up a wee bit. So I could have my first figure there, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw around it in pencil first, and then I'm going to go over it in my pen because I just want to get a really nice rounded shape. I just want to check that you can see that okay. Yeah, that's good. So just going around, holding the pieces. And if it moves a bit, it's okay, you can just put it back on and decide where you want it to go. This one's moved a little bit, so it is easier if you can If you can get the split pin in, then that's great. If you wanted to even glue these onto cardboard before you stuck them down, sorry, if you glue the paper onto cardboard and then cut it out and then use it, if you have the split pins, it makes life a lot easier, but it still works this way. So I'll just show you this way because that's what I've got. So there's my first figure. I'm going to get a nice bright colour and I'm going to just go around. And I want to think today just about like all the different poses I can put the figure into. And we were thinking last time about our skiers and our snowboarders and things. They were all in different poses with knee, and we were looking at bending knees and bending arms, so we're kind of looking at that again this time. And you might need to turn your paper a bit. I think I need to, because I haven't got a lot of room here to do my drawing, but there we go. If you want to, and if you've got time, you could always colour these in. They're quite big though, so it would take you quite a long time. And then I'm going to try and give them some action lines as well. So normally in groups of 3, the action lines. So I'm going to do one at the elbow there. I'm going to try and make them all look a bit different rather than doing them. I almost did this one the same as that, so it'd be quite good to try and get them looking slightly different. Just the way that I'm drawing them. Do that one like that. Okay, so I can do some action lines on them as well. Maybe do them at elbows, feet, or knees, wherever you want to do them. You can always add a few more in later. So that's me got my first one in. You can see they are quite big. I wonder how many I'll be able to fit in. And oh dear, might just to watch. You don't do what I've done and the paper is going through. So I'm going to get a scrap piece and put underneath for my next one so it doesn't bleed through. Okay, and my next one, I'm going to try and fit one of them in up here. And quite often his figures were all in really different poses, doing different things, and they might have been sort of interacting with each other as well. So they might have been giving each other like a high five or something. Might do that here actually. Let's make a hand up to that one. Add a bit of arm. And let's have a look. Okay, so there's another figure. So it gets up. Sorry, I'm just going to turn that off. Cool. So we can get another figure in here. You might want to fill that space up a little bit more. So I might want to fill that. Just got a bit of a gap between them. So let's see if I can fill that in a bit more. That looks better. And then I can draw around. Again, just a little quick draw around. And then we can go over it again, and I'm going to use a different colour of pen this time. So if you've got, sometimes did them in the primary colours, so 3 primary colours, red, yellow and blue. Move that one in a little bit. Ooh, my arms moved. There we go. Just put it back on. If you're finding this really tricky, what you could do is you could always glue down, make the figure, glue it down, glue all the legs and things together, and then you can just have the same pose and repeat it over and over. But I think it's much better if you do it this way. So you've got them kind of speaking to each other there. Let's go, we've got this green here, let's go for that. And then we're going to go around it. You want to be these as kind of smooth and round as you can, these lines. Okay, so then looking at this one, think about which parts might have the movement lines, where might I draw them on. I think I'm going to have some here. I think this hand's definitely got to be moving, like they're high-fiving here. And this foot might have just have moved up there. Okay, so what you can do then is think, well, I could maybe fit somebody in up the top here. This is quite a thin space, so I'm going to really try and fill that up as best I can. Let's see if I can fit somebody in. So if I do this one, and then you can go and you can get on with yours. You've maybe already started. So let's see if I've got, let's plan it out, my space that I've got. I wonder if he had to do this when he was filling in the big room in the museum. Do you think he planned it all first, or do you think he just worked on it and, you know, just did it bit by bit and fitted things in? Let's have a look. I can fit this. Could probably fit somebody in here, I think. Okay. And then not much room for the arms. I think they're going to have to go straight up, these arms. Like that. Okay, so I could probably fit someone in there like that. So I guess that's your challenge. You've got your piece of paper, which might be really big, and you're going to fit in as many of these as you can, and see if you can get them all moving in different ways. Make sure every pose is kind of different. This one looks like he's almost diving over the top of the other two. Just checking you can see that one okay. Now that's a bit better. If you're struggling for paper, this kind of packaging paper that you sometimes get in online deliveries, that can be really good opened up, because you can get a really big piece of that. If you've got any old wallpaper at home, you could always use the back of, you know, if there's an end of a roll of wallpaper, you can use the back of that, and that's quite good for doing a bit of drawing on. So I'm really looking forward to seeing your creations today. Really filling it full of loads of energy, getting all your people within it really moving. Okay, so good luck, and please share your creations on Teams so we can have a look at them. Thank you.